From 1993 to 2017, the 100 largest populated cities in the United States added a whopping 30,511 miles of new highway pavement. That averages out to 1,271 miles of road each year over a 24-year span. Despite all the progressive efforts, our traffic problems have only become significantly worse over that span of time. 5 of the 10 most gridlocked cities in the world, Miami, Atlanta, San Francisco, New York, and Los Angeles, are located in the United States. It seems as if the overall number of people traveling is growing at a higher rate than the number of new roads being paved. But what can be done to improve the road system? How could a new mode of transportation solve congested roadways? Would we be able to significantly reduce or possibly even eliminate rush hour traffic in the most densely populated areas of our country? Imagine being able to travel non-stop underground from your departure to arrival destination at speeds up to 150 miles per hour through a loop system, or even better yet, what about speeds in excess of 600 miles per hour through a hyperloop system? This could be possible without a boring company. After creating numerous innovative companies like Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, Solar City, and OpenAI, Musk has turned his sights on building a company to bore tunnels underground to carry commuter traffic. It all started in December 2016 when Musk took to Twitter about the difficulty of navigating in the Los Angeles traffic. The restless billionaire, stuck in annoying LA traffic, mused that one solution would be to drill underground tunnels. All he would need is a really giant machine. In less than 2 years, what evolved from a random thought on Twitter actually became a company with a business plan. He called it the Boring Company. It is stated that by the end of 2050, 68% of the global population will live in urban areas, which makes a great case for underground transportation becoming the future of travel. Due to limiting options for traditional modes of transportation, we are left with 2 choices for improvement. We can go up into the sky, or we can go down into the ground. And according to Elon, tunnels could be the perfect solution to streamline transportation problems. As the Boring Company states, roads must go 3D because this will allow an economical, viable way of transporting people while minimizing the surface area of above-ground roadways, which will allow us to enjoy or even repurpose the land consumed by roads. These tunnels are different from a traditional subway system and are in fact roadways that vehicles can travel on, which require no in-between stops at each location. When you leave your departure location, it's a direct route to the final destination. Another highlight to this technology is the number of people who can travel per hour far exceeds that of a traditional railway. Depending on the total number of departure stations, anywhere from 4,500 people, with 3 main stations, all the way up to 50,000 people, with over 40 main stations, can travel per hour through these tunnels. Whether this topic of conversation is new information to you or not, digging underground tunnels is not a new concept. Humans have been doing it for thousands of years, so credit cannot be given to Musk entirely. But what drives Elon to divert so much attention away from his current companies to try and solve travel issues by moving the technology underground? There is one word that sums up this answer, and that word is efficiency. While we have made slight improvements to this process over the past several decades, it surely doesn't mean we are currently doing it resourcefully and successfully. Let's look at Boston's Big Dig project, for example. When this project was initiated, the goal was to push the majority of highway systems across downtown Boston into underground tunnels. It not only took the project 15 years to complete, but it also cost a massive $22 billion. What's worse is that the end result was of questionable quality at best. The multi-billion-dollar project is considered to be a road paved with successes, failures, and what-ifs. Now, imagine having a need to carry out several projects like this. For the amount of time and money that was consumed, it's not very likely it to be duplicated across multiple areas of the country. To prevent construction nightmares like the Big Dig, the Boring Company aims to increase the speed at which tunnels are dug and ensure that it can be achieved in a far more affordable budget. It's not reinventing technology, but more about using old-school digging methods more effectively. Let's look at why tunnels could be the solution to our transportation problems for the future of travel. The number one reason is the unlimited capacity of tunneling systems, which allow us to dig anywhere underground instead of only in areas where current infrastructure does not already exist. And other reasons include the minimal use of land, weather resistance travel, no more snowstorm traffic accidents or pileups, minimal surface impact, and endless possible future expansion. However, currently the biggest issue with underground tunneling systems is the sheer cost of the operation. In order for it to be adapted as a universally accepted mode of transportation, the cost will need to be reduced by more than 10 times what they currently are. Other tunnel projects currently have a price tag of anywhere between $100 million and $1 billion per mile, but the Boring Company's spend is around $10 million per mile. Let's now take a look more at the Boring Company itself about what makes them different than their competitors. We will briefly review 4 areas for how the Boring Company is taking a different approach than the rest. Let's start with research and development. First and foremost, Elon Musk is someone who will not hesitate to spend millions or even billions of dollars on research and development before initiating a project. It's been found that no R&D has occurred in tunneling technology in nearly 50 years. However, the Boring Company has invested significant resources into developing new technologies, equipment, and methods to further speed up the process. The first prototype tunnel, located in Las Vegas and built within 1 year, was created as a 3-station system, 2 stations underground and 1 station above ground, and totaled 1.7 miles of tunnel. The loop successfully transported 100,000 people with 0 accidents or issues and was constructed at a $47 million price tag. The loop interconnects the Las Vegas Convention Center with another exhibit hall, which is used for large tech conventions, and reduced the overall transportation time from 45 minutes to a short trip of only 2 minutes. A second area for improvement is engineering a new technology of new tunnel boring machines. You'll be surprised to know that current tunnel boring machines are 14 times slower than a snail. Now, I'm sure you can imagine how time-consuming it is to construct underground tunnels. However, the Boring Company has developed a tunneling machine called PRUFROCK that can construct mega infrastructure projects in weeks instead of years. Moreover, they are also developing brand new tunnel boring machines that operate with electricity, which emit 0 emissions. A third area for improvement is digging smaller tunnels. It's also been stated that the tunnels constructed by the new boring machines are only 12 feet wide, which is half the size of today's 1-lane tunnel. Therefore, tunneling time is reduced and is estimated to be 2 to 3 times cheaper. And lastly, new support strategies are a major improvement to this process. In modern tunneling, half the time is spent digging, while the other half is spent building support structures around the tunnels to ensure they don't collapse. However, with new support strategies, the Boring Company aims at doing both of these processes simultaneously so that the work gets completed quicker. A key feature of the new tunnel boring machines is how it's able to extract and collect the excessive dirt that is removed when boring, which allows the company to reuse this dirt to build the reinforcement walls around the tunnels. This process will also eliminate the need to spend additional money to haul away the excess material, which aids in reducing costs for future projects. Let's now look at a tunneling machine called PRUFROCK. This technology is the Boring Company's pride because it surpasses all other tunnel boring machines on the market with its speed, efficiency, and results. The machine is designed to porpoise, which means it launches from the surface, digs underground, and reemerges at the other end upon completion. This means that PRUFROCK will start tunneling within 48 hours of arrival on the job site and eliminates the need for excavating expensive pits for launching and retrieving the big machine. A few other reasons why PRUFROCK is superior to its competition is because the machine utilizes rubber-wheeled segment trucks rather than rail-based locomotives and is completely electric, which ensures a cleaner tunnel with simple ventilation requirements. There are many challenges the Boring Company has to overcome, such as community pushbacks and environmental concerns, before fully integrating this technology for full consumer use. But one thing is for certain, Elon continues to be an innovating leader in today's world and is using his creativity to spark ideas all over the globe that are anything but boring. With that, we have reached the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and for more interesting videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and most importantly, share. Until then, we will see you soon in the next video.